Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, everyone in between, and viewers of all ages, welcome to the Everything and Nothing Show. I'm just one of your hosts with the mostest, Clayton Kisco, and I'm accompanied by, of course, the Maelstrom Gamers. But what the? Wait a minute, we got somebody else here. We got a guest. Yeah, we're looking at you, Mr. Khor, Mr. Matt Khor, one of our first guests here on the Maelstrom Gamers. He is the owner and, I would say, inventor, creator, content extraordinaire of controlpaint.com. He's also the fine gentleman who created these new overlays for us, as you can see. So, new year, new stuff, new guests, and new overlays. We're really excited to be debuting this stuff. Welcome, Matt.
Welcome. Hola.
Welcome.
Hola.
I hope I got all that right on Control Paint. Did you want to say?
Well, the one thing you got wrong is
Okay.
When you say creator,
Yeah.
I think of it more as discoverer.
Ooh.
You know, you're out there on the internet, you kind of like peek over that hillside, you're like, oh,
Yeah.
the website.
There it is. Final frontier.
So I just kind of planted my flag more so than
And,
me.
and when you say
sure.
flag, that's a metaphor for getting controlpaint.com on the
Oh, no, the whole website, it was there. I just showed up.
Right, okay. Nice.
Like the moon.
Yeah.
It was there, but I was in this land.
And, of course, so it's the rest of the people, including
Thanks. Thanks.
these
Thanks.
peons.
But
these
not limited
serfs. Yeah, but not limited to. We have the bad boy, Steve Landis.
There it is, Steve.
What's up, Steve?
Whoa.
Oh, okay. We got a little Brady Bunch action going on.
It's like a-
Floating heads in boxes. It's kind of appropriate.
a position in this one.
Next up, we have the A Train, the Canadian sensation, T-House, Alan Toner.
I love it.
Yo, I'm hungover
A little bit of a Christmas party, huh?
from my company Christmas party.
Yeah. Yeah, I had a
Yes.
similar experience.
Nice.
Our Christmas party was on Tuesday, which I thought was just a terrible idea because Wednesday
I-
was not productive.
Terrible.
Also doing a really terrible
Yeah.
story about one of those things.
Oh. And you guys have not seen him for a while because
Yeah,
this guy's
apologize.
nose has been to the grindstone, working hard on his day job. But we are so happy to have him back. Seriously, we were getting bored. So I want to introduce you guys. Welcome back, the man who's too cool to sweat. And
Oh, whatever, dude.
The heartthrob, rocker.
Let it fail.
Glad to be back, honestly, and I'm trying to keep a smile on my face because I had a tooth shatter on me. So that hard work and grind, that's was necessary.
That was the sound of his tooth coming out.
Just a pigment. Here we go.
People are just gonna think when I say like tooth and nose or nose to the grindstone and you're broken tooth, like you box or something, or like you're doing something.
Yeah, I am a boxer.
does.
That's why I was just
Why he's
boxing.
wearing the sunglasses too?
Oh,
He's got
yeah.
a big shiner.
And it was, oh man, my tooth
And the hat. He's famous.
Actually, I feel terrible to say there was the sausage biscuit that just knocked my tooth out.
That
You
is
have to
karma
reveal
for
that.
eating your
You have
McDonald's
to reveal
sausage
that.
biscuit in front of all of us.
Yeah.
Karma's a bitch, man.
I got it.
And last but certainly not least, the man that you hear but you won't see his face until seriously we get $40 more on Patreon.com.
That is true.
The Enigma. Ian.
He could potentially be in that mask for a year.
That's right.
That's right. What's
So for
going
those
on?
of you guys who don't know the format of the show, it's pretty simple. I'll break it down very quickly for you. The Maelstrom Gamers, we hop on to Skype. We each bring a topic for our discussion, but more importantly, for your entertainment. And each topic is a separate video on YouTube that we release Monday through Friday. 5 topics, 5 videos. And then on Saturday, the 6th video is the full episode with all the topics all rolled into one whole episode, and you can see it from start to finish. All that's on our YouTube channel, youtube.com/Maelstrom Gamers channel. All that's free as well, and you can see all of our other videos. We also live stream. We live stream things like League of Legends, Batman games, the latest and greatest Destiny release. We're not the best, but we're certainly not the worst. We are entertaining.
Fun?
It's terrible. It's terrible. So, and if as you're watching this and you take something away and you want to feel like you want to support us to help us, you can do that through YouTube. And you can also do that through Patreon.com/Maelstrom Gamers. Steve, you look a little upset. What's going on, man?
I just wish there was a way that our viewers can.
Oh, I just
Contribute.
I just told it. I told them about Patreon.com, and it's as low as $1. If you have $1 floating around, you wanted to part with that for even just 1 month, we can take that $1, we can put it back in the show. We can do things like this, where we get Matt Khor as the guest, and we get crazy cool new overlays. We'll get better mics. We'll get better videos.
But what about people that don't have money, Clay?
Oh, that's a good question. People who don't have money, that's fine too. You guys can support us for free. You can go onto our Facebook page, You can like us, you can comment, you can subscribe on our YouTube channel. All that stuff is really good and it drums up discussion. We love hearing from you. We're getting a lot of comments lately. We've been commenting right back, and it's been a lot of fun. So I appreciate all those who have been following, liking, subscribing. Follow us on Twitter, checking out our Instagram.
Followers.
Yeah, almost 50 followers. So we're getting there slowly but surely. So that's the intro. That's the rigmarole. Let's get started here. We're going to go on our first topic. And I think guests should go first, right? Isn't that like...
I think maybe, yeah, sure, we can, I guess.
It's all good.
I think the guest should be... He's the honorable... He's the guy... He's
the judge.
He's the honorable Matt Khor. He's the guest judge.
He sits on the throne with the crown. He's the honorable king.
Yeah, Your Honor. Could you please share your topic with us?
Well, I may also be the sleepiest. Actually, Alan might beat me for that, but sure. Yeah, I'll give it a start. Okay, so it's hard to phrase, I guess, but there's a piece of technology in your life, probably, that is maybe the best it's ever going to be. Now, there might be like a newer version next year or something that comes and replaces it, like DVD replaces VHS. But for you, the VHS was perfect. For some reason. That's maybe a bad example, but there's something though that you like to use for whatever reason that the rest of the world kind of moves on from. But for you, that's it. So this is, I think, a sign of people getting old, but I'm sure that even we have something like that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So what piece of technology is kind of the line in the sand?
Stuck to it though, right? Like we have to be stuck to it. It's not just like it's there because you haven't decided to upgrade. It's just
no. This is a choice you make. Your friends make fun of you for it. It's like the thing that you are a grouch about.
Like you ever see anybody with a flip phone? You're like, what
I was going to.
are you doing?
So,
that would be an example, yeah.
Like I love it. I don't even want to move on. I don't want people to know where I'm at.
I'll go get my beeper.
I don't want to be able to access the internet. My phone.
Okay, I will. May I start? I would love to.
Yeah,
please.
No.
Go ahead, cerebral assassin.
Yeah, ooh.
Go.
Fucking 3D. I hate 3D. I can't stand 3D. And I'm actually despite like I know Matt, you were saying like you were like you hate it, you don't want to go to it. I actually kind of wanted it to be around for a little bit because that means like the cool HD TVs, they get like less money because everyone's like, oh, this 3D technology. But it's expensive. But that other old stuff, that's old. That LED backlit, blah blah blah, that's like cheap now. I was like, fuck, sweet. But like when it gets into my movies and I can't watch Star Wars without going to a 3D showing, then I'm pissed because like I don't want to be forced to watch that. I'll call it garbage. I know some people like it, but like if it's not done perfectly, it really is jarring and it ruins the experience for you.
I think there's been 2 movies ever that harnessed 3D decently, and that's really sad.
Yeah.
What two?
Yeah,
What
2.
were
Avatar?
I think Avatar
Yeah.
was good. It was very easy to track everything when I was watching the movie in 3D. And I think Life of Pi, I saw it in 3D, was
Never seen it.
executed very well because it was all shot in 3D cameras and rendered in like 3D cameras, and it has the effect where stuff gets pushed further back through the screen rather
Yeah, it's
than
got that
popping
depth.
out.
I
I
gotcha.
think, which is a big difference to help
See, I
self-act.
I like that too. If everything's shot in 3D camera, I hate the ones that are just like, yeah, we put it in 3D and like it wasn't shot in 3D or anything like that.
Right.
It just looks horrible. Your eyes hurt. Get a headache.
They're almost
Yeah, I don't wanna-
forced.
I don't want to wear like glasses while I'm watching the
Oh,
TV,
yeah.
Well,
movie.
that's not just that,
that's
but
a knock on everybody.
You fall
there-
asleep anyways.
people that run the theaters don't know how to properly project 3D movies either, because once you put those glasses on, the screen becomes dimmer.
Yeah.
And you're kind of like watching a darker movie because they don't compensate for that when you have your glasses on. So not only that,
There's a better
you
way.
can see everything clearly.
Projectors.
I
Yeah,
had no idea that was the case.
yeah.
And
So that's
that's-
like another
Well, it's because you hate it, man. You never give it a shot.
I mean,
You never get a chance.
some places will probably do it correctly, but a lot of places I've been to have never compensated for that
I'm
fact.
trying to think about what kind of technology I still hold on to.
I think for me, it's my phone. Like I'm already starting to get flack from it. I have an iPhone 4 or 3S, a 3S maybe.
No way. Can you show it? Can you show it to us?
It's like, look, it's old.
That's a 3S. That looks like
Got
the
a
best
sticker?
4S.
It looks like, yeah.
Oh, it says right there
yeah.
on the back. It says it right there on the back what it is.
No, it doesn't. This one doesn't even have it on the back. It's
Oh,
so
it doesn't? I just,
it just says iPhone.
Yeah.
Okay.
3S.
like my girlfriend is always asking me like, why don't you just upgrade your phone? People are like, oh, like what phone do you have? I'm like, iPhone something, you know, and I just don't care to upgrade.
Yeah.
I barely use the functions that are available for a smartphone in the first place. I don't even use GPS on this thing. I mean, I still like use the old school way, like remember what street is where.
Wait,
like,
what? That's not
Google,
a thing.
I Google
Don't
Map
do
it
that.
like before I leave. You know, like,
I could agree with it.
I text, and that's pretty much it. Like sometimes I'll browse the internet when I'm, taking a poo, but that's basically the limit. That's all I need from a phone. I don't need anything else that does like the best app to interface with my cyborg self on Venus or anything. I don't need any of that.
So what do you do with the camera?
What do I do with the camera?
Sorry, Steve.
I take pictures sometimes.
Selfies.
I don't take selfies.
This is what
never
I think,
selfies.
Alan. I think secretly, I saw this little meme going on of the husbands behind Instagram for the women. I feel like you're that guy.
I'm
You're just
not.
not telling us.
I'm not.
Like, and you might not use your phone.
I swear.
No,
You
you
might
keep
be
asking me.
using her
She asked me about it. She was like, is this you? I was like, no. I was watching this video and I was thinking like,
Yes,
I'm
it is
so
you.
glad this isn't me.
He's like sipping on it. Don't sip on that cappuccino yet. I haven't
Yeah,
taken a picture
I would
of
be
it.
so pissed if somebody stopped me because they wanted to take a picture of it beforehand. I'll be like,
That'd
yo,
be
I'm
hilarious.
eating this now. It looks delicious.
She's
You
like,
don't
that's why
care.
she's asking you to upgrade your phone.
You
She's
can
like,
you can
what
take
the
an
hell are you
Instagram
doing
picture
now?
of me with like a look of bliss with after I've eaten my like delicious dinner. And
She's like,
I'll go
Alan, go get the new iPhone. I want all the cool effects that we can do. Come on, what are you doing?
I just don't care.
Yeah.
So Alan,
I
I'm the same way. I actually just upgraded my phone. I had a Samsung 2 for like years, and it worked.
What is a
just
Samsung 2?
Yeah, nobody knows what that is. We just know iPhone numbers because they're like
Is that after the
sequential.
one?
Well, this is a 6. So it was like almost as old as his. Yeah.
So do
Wow.
the Samsung phones get bigger as you get like the newer
Yeah,
one?
They get bigger and then they start to go down a little bit. Like
The more you
just
play
like
with
that.
them, the
Yeah.
more you play with them, they get bigger.
Yep. You get a
It's
little.
skinnier, but bigger.
But I think my technology that I never really got into is iPads. I have a phone. Why do I need a phone and another bigger fucking phone that just doesn't call? I just don't
That's
get
a good point.
So you
because
never
like
move on from the phone to the iPad.
yeah, and
we
I love my dad, but he has his phone, he has his iPad, he has like all these different things. I'm like, dude, I do the same thing on my one phone, and
Yeah.
that's it.
We-
Like, why do I need 8 of them?
Sarah
Well,
and I-
they're old, so they can't see.
True.
They're gonna be like this.
Kind of true.
They don't. They can't like. They don't have the motor control to like touch the tiny buttons.
Or they
you
take
know?
the magnifying glass and put it.
Oh
to the
my god, that would be hysterical. Oh, 'cause you could just
I've
zoom
seen it.
in like.
It's,
That happens.
it's very true, dude.
Oh,
and
yeah.
they got these little
Ridiculous.
magnifying like cards that they pull out of their wallets that are just like personal ones they can pull out at any time they need.
Some people used
Yeah.
to read books. Yeah.
Wow.
So
Well,
you're
that I
saying
understand, but
that
not a device where you can just easily zoom in.
Exactly.
Dude,
No,
that's so
I don't
funny.
think they know that technology yet. They're just
Yeah.
like,
Dude.
magnifying glass. I gotta
I
figure.
got mine from my iPad Pro 5.
Wait, hold on a second. Whoop.
Yeah.
Oh my God, you're a magician.
So
It's like,
Sarah,
Yeah.
Sarah and I
of it.
flirted with trying to get an iPad over a laptop because, like, obviously, I think one thing that we can agree on is that desktops are on their way out in terms of family computers, right? I'm just for
Whoa, whoa,
family
whoa.
computers, not for working. I just
No,
nearly.
fuck.
Well, yeah.
Don't
He's gonna leave the show right now.
Yeah,
He's
no,
like,
yes.
you guys are fucking idiots. I'm out of here.
jump on that right
the
there.
worst podcast I've ever been on. Yeah, but we flirted with that idea, and it was just like there's nothing like having a tactile laptop and like being able to have a mouse and go quickly to check just as simple as things like websites. So like ultimately we decided not to get an iPad Mini or an iPad.
Dude, I got
Yeah.
one that I could definitely go out without another fucking operating system. Like I would have ran Windows
Oh.
XP forever.
Yes, that's a good one. That's a really
Like
good one.
honestly, the only
That
reason
is
why
perfect,
I'm
yeah.
on Windows 7 right now is because
Yeah.
it's similar to Windows XP.
Yeah, same. I'm sticking
like,
with that forever.
Every day, dude, it's like upgrade to Windows 10, upgrade to Windows 10.
I know.
I'm like, nope,
I'm
not gonna
getting
do
tired
it.
of clicking no.
Everybody's
Have you
doing
guys
it.
worked
I
out the
know.
fucking
I'm
bugs
doing it.
yet?
I went in. I'm a Windows 10 guy.
You
Why?
are?
Because
Is it
and
good?
this is the only reason because I want to stream my Xbox One to my desktop when we're watching Netflix on the big screen.
$10
So-
says it doesn't work.
So I have a
No, it
question.
works.
says it doesn't
It
work.
works. It already did it. It's
I have a,
It's like I
I
do
have a
it.
question, Clay.
yeah.
If everyone was jumping off a bridge, would you?
Oh please. Yes.
Oh,
of course
please.
I would.
Thanks, Dad.
All right, here's an oddball one. I kind of got it from Alan kind of when he was saying some stuff. My GPS, actually. I like never, ever upgraded my GPS ever. For the longest time, I had the same GPS for about 8 years. I'm putting in addresses that's like, I don't know where you're going. I don't know where you want to go. I'm like, well, just figure out a way. Get somewhere close.
Wait, so do you use your phone?
Well, you could that was the issue. If I could never run into finding that, which happened often because I didn't upgrade my GPS. I didn't even take it to the computer to update it. It's just with software, until it just took a big poop on me, and I went and hit the pawn shop up and got a new one, which is not really a new one. It's like an older one again.
Like a
but
Garmin
it's a
or
technology
something.
for me. I'm just like, I don't really
like
care
the
about
thing.
going and like
Yeah.
making it crazy amazing because it just does its job pretty much and it's effective.
So
Even
you
at its old school age.
That's funny as hell because I saw Uncle Neil with the very first one that
The TomTom.
ever made.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Dude, it's like a little mini TV. It's like this
exactly.
big.
Yeah.
It's
Yeah, but they're
huge
great.
and it's a small screen. Yeah, it probably is great.
Dude,
though.
I had the one step like above that for about 8 years. No joke. Like
Yeah.
it
Wait,
lasted
do
me
you
a good
still
long
use
time.
it?
Well, it just died on me this year. I had to go get a new one, but I decided instead of going
you bought
up.
a new one?
And no,
Just
no, no,
use
no, I
your
didn't.
phone.
Yeah.
did.
What is
Oh.
happening?
Oh.
I didn't buy a new one. Well, my phone's actually.
Matt,
I'm kind of in that
Matt,
same
you're
boat as you
saying
guys.
no
I have an
to-
old LG that G2 is like not really too old, but it just dies on me in 15 seconds. So it's
Okay,
like
okay.
I don't
Yep.
use it for the GPS. But I didn't go buy a new one. I just went to the pawn shop. Was like, give me one of the used ones that are like 2 steps above what I had from 8 years ago.
That
Yeah.
makes sense.
And that's working fine. So that's one of my technologies I don't really upgrade.
So did you pay like
What's
30
what's
cents
yours,
for
Matt?
it?
About $40.
Yeah, so I have the same thing. Well, I love it. I have this discussion with my wife all the time. So it's the one that does one thing in the car, sits up there. It's perfect.
Yes,
And,
exactly.
and it's perfect because it's not gonna take a call, while I'm
Right.
driving. It's not gonna like run out of batteries. It just does one thing. So, in fact, actually, my thing would be I miss appliances. Like I miss buttons. Really, is what it comes down to. I want like a device that I can turn on, chunk,
Clink.
turn it on,
Clink. Yeah.
and then when I want to change something on it, I hit a different button, and I feel that it did something.
I feel
Well,
like
And
I'm sure
also
there's a lot of
device-
stand mixers out there for you.
there's got to be an
Yeah.
older version of you, Matt.
Well, blenders.
Where they're like, I want to watch my TV, and I don't want to press a button. I want to turn something. Like, I want to go up. I want to physically get up, and I want to turn that
Matt,
channel.
wanna
I'm
pull the
waiting for
button-
the
I wanna pull the button
steampunk
out.
renaissance where everything is like knobs and like Tesla coils on it.
It's so
and
good.
like,
Well, it's not that I hate technology. Like my Kindle is a great example. I love my Kindle, and it's not books. It's not like I'm only going to read a physical book, but it just does one thing.
Right.
It's easy to read, and it never runs out of batteries, and it just like is a very simple device, and it doesn't try and be all my devices. And so as a result, it's a really pleasant experience, and I never like want it to be other things. So if
that's
I could
one
have a
thing
bunch of Kindles instead of the iPhone that tries to do
Yeah.
everything in my life, I think that would be better. And they all would have really nice buttons.
See, that's one thing I want to
what if
enhance.
the Kindle
I haven't
breaks?
done the.
I
I haven't done the Kindle. How do you like the Kindle for like visually looking at and stuff like?
Reading
I mean,
books.
because for me, I
It's
feel
a
like
book.
Yeah.
well,
Well, you have to probably think about the Kindle Fire. Like the regular Kindle,
Oh my
like
God,
it has no
it's
glare and
terrible.
everything. You know what I mean?
yeah. See, I
Yeah,
haven't. I
like-
guess I've never purchased into the Kindle, so I don't know what. I am kind of old school when it comes to books. Like
I
I
don't
like that
read,
physicality. I like
Sure.
to turn the page. I like
So-
mark it. I lick the finger, swipe the page.
smell the
I was
smell
trying
of
to
the
do that with the
books.
Kindle the other day, and it
Like,
just
I
wasn't.
like the
Finger,
smell of the
swipe
pages of
page.
books. It's like
I don't
such like a satisfying smell. Like
Yeah.
especially like a book you haven't read in a while. It
Yeah.
has like that
Mm.
kind of musty smell to it.
Oh, so that actually kind of like gets me like.
Get
on
you
that-
going?
Yeah, on that topic, like I'm actually starting to feel scared that I'm not gonna get physical copies of games anymore.
Oh yeah. Ooh,
I mean,
dude,
that's one thing I
That's
don't
great.
miss.
There's something I know. I thought I wouldn't miss it either, but like
I miss
now
it.
I'm starting to like feel like, man, I really want that copy. Like I want to see that copy. I want like if it's something I really like. Like I got Metal Gear Solid 5 like code, and I was like, man, I really wish I could like showcase this on a shelf somewhere or in my room, or be like, here's the
Yeah.
disc. You know what I mean? Like
Yeah.
having that
Yeah.
physical copy because you can show it off like a book as opposed to a
That
Kindle.
happened to
I
me
miss
too,
that.
actually,
Like-
recently. I bought Battlefront, Star Wars Battlefront, and I thought, okay, I was like, hey, I'm gonna buy it in the CD version, the PC version. I was like, here we go. I'm gonna just put it in my system, load it all up, I'll be good to go. And then I get it, and I open it up, and there's no disc in there, and there's just a code. I was like, wait, what the fuck?
Really?
Did you guys just sell me? Like, they're like, oh, I'm sorry, you got to download it. I was like, well, if I was gonna download, why didn't I just sit in my house and do that? Why the hell would I just bought this case with nothing inside but a piece of paper?
Holy shit.
And now I gotta
taxes.
Yeah.
That is interesting. I didn't know that.
Yep.
Wow.
That was sad. I had to
never
shed a
heard of
tear.
that.
I didn't realize.
I was gonna say it's funny that you guys say that because like one of my friends who just installed that case that I had or whatever like that, he took out my old CD-ROM and he's like, you don't want this, right? And this new one, I'm like, no, I want that. And he's like, well, everything's downloadable. He's like, you don't need the CD anymore. He's like, the CD-ROM. I'm like, yeah, but I kind of want it still.
What if the apocalypse happens and I can't
It's yours.
I agree. Like you guys, I told you guys I'm building my own computer, and that's one of the things, like one of the options. I mean, it's only $20 for a CD drive these days. Yeah. So I was like, do I really even need it? It's just going to take up more space. But then for installing operating systems, I always want to do it with a CD. For some reason, like I don't ever want to boot up a thing and set it from like USB and like have to download drivers or anything like that. I just want like the CD to do its thing and get my operating system running like immediately. But for games, I feel bad not wanting games because I did like having boxes, but one, they take up space. So like unless you have like a dedicated area to like show them off, then they're just like filling up like this back shelf behind me. Yeah. And if you lose the CD, like it always was like a big pain, or like it had the code on the CD, you lose the CD and then you're just like, I lost my game.
Yeah. World of Warcraft clients still ask me for like serial numbers.
Yes.
I'm like, what?
So I do have
11 years ago.
I still have a Blizzard game on disc because it has like a thing, and I think for Blizzard games sometimes they ask you to verify with a physical CD copy thing, and so I always use that. But like Steam and stuff, I can always uninstall something like immediately, install it back whenever I want. Yeah. It just feels
that kind of what happened with me with Diablo.
Less paper products to like worry about, processing like. It's better
that's really cool too.
I don't know.
Xbox One now has backwards compatibility. That's why it's better. So because Matt, you can have.
Bless you.
Matt, you need to give your opinion on this. Are you a PS person or are you an Xbox person?
I feel like there's some battle lines here.
Yeah, there are.
PC Master Race.
Choose wisely.
Oh, don't even use that term. So I like my Game Boy.
Yes.
Okay. Dude, out of left field with the Game Boy vote.
But if I can't play my Game Boy, I have an Xbox. So.
Color Game Boy or
I'm just shaking my head.
I got a variety of Game Boys. So
dude, backwards compatibility. Anyway, I load up on Xbox One, and it basically all the free games and games I've purchased on Xbox 360 through the codes, all available now for me to download, which is really sweet.
That's not true. Cool. Xbox, the backwards compatibility is like 100 games total.
Yeah, but like all the games that I have purchased on Xbox 360 are backwards compatible. So I got
so you just got real lucky. Okay.
Yeah, I got like a ton of games where I was like, sweet. Yeah. And then the thing is that I don't have to download them, but they have that perpetual list for me to always look at. And I'm like, cool. Maybe I do want to download this now, or I can uninstall and download it later. So that's pretty nice. But
there is good uses for it because like I lost my Diablo 3 CD. I was kind of like moving stuff. I had Diablo 3, was playing it for a little while, and then we started doing some little moves, and now I can't find the disc at all, which is where that digital download would probably be beneficial because now I can't even enjoy the $60 game that I bought because I can't find the disc anywhere.
For a console game, right?
Yeah, for PlayStation 3. So it's like really screwed there.
Because I don't think they offer you to just re-download.
You can't be like, oh, I had it, let me download it. Yeah. Like, nope, not gonna happen. So it's like I got, like you were saying, Alan, if you lost it and then you're out of luck.
You no longer have the game. Yeah.
The one other thing, and this is like kind of a double-edged sword for me personally, but not having a physical copy of a disc of a game disallows me to share it with someone, which is kind of like a bummer. And I know that Microsoft and PlayStation are trying to get around that, where you can share up to 2 friends the game, which is kind of nice, but. And then the second one, is also you can't really trade in or like sell it to a friend or something
Yeah.
like that.
Right.
Which is kind of a bummer, especially when you're paying like high price points. And
I do that often too. I trade in a lot for the new game, you know.
I
So
do
it's
too.
like if you don't have that, it's like that just took that value away.
Which is weird because I don't support GameStop, but I do support the idea of selling your media with a fair price to other people, I guess.
Yeah, like
Yeah,
I was
Alan,
trying
I
to sell
got-
Batman Arkham, and it was like $7. I was like, what?
Dude, I would have bought that from you. Are you kidding
Yeah, I
me?
would've
I was like, I'm not trading that.
This
in.
guy
I'm not
over
trading
here.
it back in.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I would
Screw
give you
that.
20.
Yeah.
Okay, sold.
So Alex,
your
I
way.
got a question for you.
Yeah.
Is getting that port to be able to put your CD in your computer?
Yeah.
What if you like
Around
run
that-
into your mixtape back from 2003 and you want to listen? You know? Or your mix CD that you made.
That's a
Oh
good
yeah,
point.
I mean no, it's great. Like I like having the option of having the CD player to listen to my mixtape from 2003.
Some of our
Like, that
viewers
is
might not
essential.
know what that is.
Oh
They'll
my
be like,
God.
"What? You burn CDs
Fat
with?"
ass summer.
You don't-
Dude,
you
I
don't
still
understand.
burn CDs.
Do you really?
Okay, it's I'm a little guilty. let me
Do
explain
explain.
for a second. My car
iPhone 3
does
doesn't
not have
cover
like an
the face.
iPhone jack in for it, so or any music player. So I have to use like one of those things where I like plug it into the speaker and then plug
Oh,
it into
yeah.
the AC jack. So it's kind of like and then tune it to like an FM station to like get it to play stuff from my
Yeah.
phone. So
I
the
did that.
quality is garbage if I
Yeah.
want to listen to any kind of music from my phone. So up until I don't know, I haven't burned a CD probably in like a few months, but I have burned a CD in 2015 and I listened to it in my car and I labeled it with a Sharpie
Yeah.
and I called it, Alan's mixtape 2020. So that's one thing I think I'll be fine. Yukiko always is like, God, you have like these CDs everywhere. Like, what's the point? Like, why don't you just put it on your phone like a normal person? I was like, no. The quality's better. Like it's people like talking about vinyl. They're like, "Oh, can you hear
Yeah.
the sound quality? It's so much better." Yeah. Like, no, I don't think so. But
That's
I got that.
So-
I got that cassette tape deck where you plug it into your phone.
You do
I've
not.
got.
Yeah,
in
yeah,
one of
yeah,
my,
I have one
of
dude,
those, too.
in
I
one
have
of
one
my
of those.
rides, I have that. Yes,
Yeah.
it's like, boop, press
That's
play,
awesome.
click.
In the
Good, we're
street
good.
stuff out, yeah, I have that.
I mean, I know
Take
for
it out,
sure
load the
if I had a car that could just accept like a jack for my phone, I would stop burning CDs. It's not like I'm committed to having the CDs, but it's just how I have to listen to
You can't
Yeah.
music.
I'm gonna
So.
I'm gonna start moving on, but real quick
All
before
right.
we do, this topic is brought to you by controlpaint.com. You guys got any questions about how those fancy schmancy concept artists and crazy good guys go on Photoshop and make all those like crazy cool images? Go to
A
controlpaint.com.
lot of crazy stuff.
Matt has got tutorials for you, free and paid, for beginners and intermediate to satisfy all your needs. He'll teach you the basics. He'll teach you a couple different concepts, tricks, tips from a vet in the industry. Matt, how many years do you have on your belt?
I started in college, getting on 10, I guess. But
It's 10 years of experience.
yeah,
That's a
so
lot.
I do know dragon anatomy.
Nice. You ever want to make a
That
dragon
is
in
a major
Photoshop?
seller right there.
Boom. Is there anything else you want to talk about controlpaint.com?
No, just that if you're a beginner, it's definitely for you. Because I know there's a lot of stuff out there for non-beginners, but not enough for beginners. So.
I'm gonna go check it out.
I
You
went
can,
on there. I had a fun time because it was teaching me all different like types of concepts and stuff and tools that like I never even knew existed in Photoshop. You did a really great job of just helping me kind of like break down where things live and just how to get to a concept quickly. And it didn't hurt to hear your soothing sounding voice during the tutorial. So if
Yes.
you guys are enjoying this little podcast with Matt, you get him 100% over there, whispering sweet nothings into your ear as you get better at Photoshop.